My name is Anuluwapo Mojolaluwa Ayanyinka.
Okay, if you're Lua, Ayanyinka, and I'm a physiotherapist.
Okay, by the way, I'm a lawyer.
All right, how we met here in Ogbomoso in the year 2022. I came to do my service here, so we met in the clinic. He came with his dad for physiotherapy appointment.
Okay, well, I would say it's hospital romance, pure hospital romance. And
Okay.
my dad was uh, my dad was a patient at the Department of Physiotherapy, and she was there as a seven core member.
Yep.
And I noticed that anytime my dad came back from those physiotherapy sessions, my dad and my mom will always talk about a certain lady who attended to them well, how nice she was,
Have that effect.
how cordial she was with them, how understanding and patient she was with my dad during the session. And on one of those days, I happened to take my dad, accompanied by my mom and my brother, to the hospital
Okay.
physiotherapy department, and I saw the I saw this
Better.
young damsel. I mean,
Okay.
and well, my first impression of her is wow. That was my first impression. Like I liked what I saw. I mean, she was attractive,
I
and
know, right?
in my mind, I wanted to walk up to her and get to know her, get close to her, just interact with her, and I don't know. This sounds very crazy right now. While she was attending to my dad, I did not know that they were having their own conversation. And maybe at this point, I would let her talk about the conversation because I did not hear a single word of what they were
That was the plan.
saying. So maybe she can.
Okay. That day I was not supposed to attend. I was not supposed to be the one to attend to that day, but the other person was not around, so I had to attend to him. So as I was attending to that deal, normally patients, physiotherapists talk, how are you today? This is that. All of a sudden, I started hearing questions like, where are you from? How old are you? Are you a Yoruba, like a Yoruba or that kind of deep questions? Like, I was first taken aback that, wow, níbo la ń lọ, níbo la ń lọ báyìí. So I was like,
Questions that can
let
make a
me
young
play
lady uncomfortable.
Exactly, like
Very,
show
very
you have
personal, deep
balance.
questions that can.
At a point, he started asking me what my genotype is.
Oh my
Ìgbà yẹn
God.
mo ti mọ̀ pé
Now it's getting tense.
ibi ni dáàdi lọ, mo mọ ibi tẹ́ ẹ lọ. So I shall answered him pé in my mind I was like, well, whether or not you hook me up with somebody.
Sorry, FYI for information. My dad is a sharp shooter.
He was very direct. Though.
Very direct.
Very direct. It was not coining it. No, it was direct, straight to the point. And me too, as a humble girl that I was there.
What question? There was another question that came after your genotype.
That one that broke the camel's back. He said that that after I finish service here, will I be able to stay back
in Ogbomoso?
In Ogbomoso. I'm like, well, Ogbomoso is not so different from where I'm coming from, Oshogbo, that it's not that bad. I can stay if I see a job and all. And the last one was not like,
bombshell.
Will you marry my son?
And there were two sons in the room.
All the questions you had been asking me since, I was answering. But that one, I could not answer. I just had to laugh out loud. That the other people knew that we were talking.
And I did not even hear the laughter. I didn't hear anything.
He was not the only one that was there. Mommy was there. His uncle was there. His brother was there. And none of them heard what myself and daddy was saying. So it was so funny. It was when I laughed out loud that they knew that
fear this older generation.
We're discussing something outside of work.
They can be sharpshooters.
So that was how we met.
So sorry, you did not. You said you asked daddy which of the boys, which of the sons.
Well, I said it in my head, but it turned out that he did not hear me, Sha.
And what could be the
I said it out loud.
What could be the rationale for asking which of the sons?
It's because of the looks, actually.
And which ones were you attracted to?
What is this? We already know it's you.
Which of the sons?
It's you that should be married to you.
No, you told me. You told me at that time that you looked at my brother and you looked at me, and you were like, when you saw me, you were like, wow.
See, okay, when I saw you, you look good, yeah, but at that day, I felt that you could have been more like involved. My husband was just at that time, it was not yet my husband. He was just pressing phone. And I'm like, bro, did you come to press phone here, or did you come to assist us?
Involved in the conversation.
It is until you are being hacked. I say, that's when you now start. Normally, when you come to clinic, you are supposed to have the disposition that I'm here to help. Okay. I'm here to step in at any given time. It is not until when I'm called upon that I'll be now. Sorry.
When a hunter wants to hunt, the hunter doesn't just. The hunter studies the animal very well. So I was studying you. I was looking at everything from the crown of your head.
All the book that you study in school, not do you. You are studying me.
Anyways.
That one is very tough because I can't really say this is one particular. There's no one particular favorite thing about him. Do you understand? He's a lovable person. Is fun to be with. Okay, and then so that's a tough one for me. I don't know whether he can answer that.
Favorite thing about my wife is that she's an incredible supporter. She can blend with what you have. She can work with what you have. She is not someone with whom you have to form. It was one of the things I was trusting God for in someone I was going to marry. Whoever I'm going to marry has to be somebody with whom I can be myself. Even if I have to be able to fuck up in your presence. I have to be able to make mistakes let me be myself. I don't have to package or pretend.
Casco.
Just make up. So I think that's one favorite thing about her, and she's an incredible supporter. Whatever you want to do, my wife will hold you accountable. If you say you are going to do this, you say this is what you are, and she sees you doing something contrary to what you have professed or to your vision and your purpose, my wife would make sure she holds you accountable to your standards, to the very standards, to the very purpose and vision that you have professed. Evergreen. When they say something is evergreen, we say that thing transcends time. Yeah. That thing is never old. That thing is always fresh, and that thing is always new. That's my perception of something evergreen. So when you say evergreen marriage, you are talking about a marriage that does not grow old, even though the parties may grow old. The love is still fresh, the romance is still strong, the chemistry is still there, the intimacy is still there. You can see it not just in the fact that they wear the same clothes or the fact that they sit together in the same place, or they eat from the same plate, but in the way they interact, you can see. So that's my own idea of no matter the time, no matter the amount of time they've been married for.
To add to what you said about an evergreen marriage, it does not matter whether they are wearing the same. Yes, anko is good though and all, but
we do anko,
even without them wearing the same clothes, you can see that these people, they are connected, they are married, even without them introducing themselves to you that we are married though. You can see the way they interact, the way they relate with each other, that there's something going on here. The chemistry is there. Okay, this one happened last year.
My God.
Okay, so what? I should not say it.
I have
you have no choice. I'll say this one. So last year something happened that was a very, very serious time of my life and our life as a couple, because I ran into debts, and the debt is not that so they scam me. As smart as I am, they scam me.
And my wife is a very smart person. But it's okay. Very smart.
Let's leave that. So, and the money is quite huge. So when I told my husband, it was very supportive, and there was this particular money that we're supposed to use for another project, and I had to pay back because I borrowed money for this thing. It was more like an investment, what was on my mind that time, but turned out to be a scam. And he had to bring out that money to pay back the people I was owing. And to me, it was a sign of sacrifice, because this is the money they were supposed to use for something else entirely. And it's not as if paying back the money will bring money for us. So paying the money is otilo yeah, you get. So I felt that if somebody can do this kind of thing, truly you are like Jesus that laid down his life for the church.
Okay, for me, something evergreen that my wife did for me. I think the fact that anytime I come back from work, there's this warm atmosphere. And the fact that stepping out of the car, closing the gate, she just comes and jumps on me. It's
At
it's
times
not
I'll
it's not
pinch you.
it's not as simple. For me, it's big, it's huge, and that's the kind of marriage I've ever wanted. A marriage of love, joy, happiness, and plenty of romance. And the fact that though my wife does not like PDA, she says she doesn't like PDA. By
Uh-uh.
the way, it means public display of affection.
They
But
know.
anytime I get home or anytime I go to pick her at work, she does it to me. I mean, you can imagine her, probably kissing me or pecking me or just hugging me, and like, so those things, those acts remain fresh with me.
It's ironical because when we first started dating, I was the PDA person. But after we got married, I discovered that be like saying that this guy be the PDA person, because like every time, sometimes I have to tell him, babe, no, wait, it's not here. Let's calm down first. Because you want to do some things and I'll be like, no, let's calm down. We cannot do this kind of thing here. I'll feel so ashamed, and he does not see anything wrong with it. So that's the irony of it. Rice, rice in you, any color, any type, any form of rice. So far as it's rice.
Any form, shape,
See,
or
even
fashion.
if you blend the rice and you do
Haba,
like puri,
haba,
it will eat it.
haba
So
now.
far as it's rice,
Okay, rice, yes, like she said, rice. Any form, shape, or manner.
rice.
Okay, for her, amala. Then if
No,
if it is possible to mix begiri with ewedu and then
that's
amala, then okay, this one sounds more like refreshment, fish barbecue.
okay.
I don't know what that thing has done to my wife, and she does not like fish. She will prefer meat in food than fish. I don't. Well, she explained to me actually why she liked fish barbecue. So amala and abula, right? I think that's her favorite as far as I'm concerned.
I beg to differ. It's not that I like amala like you like rice, but it's just that when I want to eat swallow, that's my go-to.
So
Is swallow. I don't really like. I
non
don't really
non
have a
swallow.
favorite.
Well, my wife does, as far as I'm concerned, she doesn't have any favorite scripture. I don't know of any favorite scripture that she has. Uh,
Same for him.
no favorite
We don't
scripture.
have.
We love the word of God as it is.
Biggest challenge. Well, we are still young, so
Relatively young, very
we
young,
cannot say we really have
very
big
young.
challenge like that. Our favorite thing to do together is when I'm cooking is around, we are just gisting away. If I need help, babe, please can you help me take that? He does that.
Well,
It's okay.
I wanted to say that, but I'll say okay. The fact that we spend time together, talk like that, talking. Let me start from there. Let me start from there. The fact that
Ah,
we can gist, we can talk about anything and everything.